So it just hurts because I'm weird.
No, I'm not saying that.
And that one's about perfect.
There's actually aisles open.
I know. Where are we going?
I don't know. We have to.
Good morning. It's really early. We are on our way to my dental appointment, and that's about an hour and a half away. We have to go early, and the appointment's at 9:15, so I'm stressed out because it's gonna hurt. No, I'm not gonna even say that. It's not gonna hurt, but I'm still scared because I don't like people in my mouth at all, especially all the way in the back. But that whole area back here is just tender anyway. I'm afraid they're going to give me that medicine that's going to make my skin peel in my mouth. It is incredibly foggy. Like, the visibility is not very high. This morning, I had never seen this before, but the weather warning was freezing fog. Never seen that before. Matthew's running to McDonald's to get us a quick breakfast so that in case they can't close the tooth up the way they should be able to, I'm not going to be starving all day because my other appointment's at 4 to completely fix the crown and all that. So I hate dental stuff. I don't like it. The camera just does not do this fog justice, does it?
No, I've got like maybe 300 feet of visibility.
If that. But it just doesn't look as bad on the camera. It's like every single tree is hazy. Like even now that tree is hazy, but it doesn't look it on the camera at all. Ooh, it's going down, not up. It looks like I'm gonna make it to the appointment on time. I'm so joyful for that. In a sarcastic way, because I don't want to do this. But it'll be okay. I'm just ready for it to be over with and to be on the way home and my tooth not hurt and, you know, just have it be a good situation. That's what I want.
All right, we made it through the fog and we're back here again.
I never expected to say we're back here.
Yeah.
Only thing I am dreading is that stuff that they put. Because I really would like to have the skin on the inside of my mouth for Christmas.
Yeah, well, I don't feel like they're going to have to do quite as much as they did last time.
I know, maybe he could just...
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do or how they're going to do it.
I don't know.
They said it's a test. Still kind of unnerving. Gee, it's like getting teeth drilled. Fire alarm works. Ears are still ringing.
That gel, it completely stripped all the skin out of the side of my mouth. Is that normal?
Sometimes it can. That skin's very sensitive.
I was like, I never want the gel again. I'd rather feel the... Because that was annoying. I was like, especially if they have to do something, it's Christmas week.
Right. There we go.
Is it sore back here at all? Good coming forward? Tap it. You good here? Good there?
Walk back there. And face a little bit lower this moment.
There's temporary crown. Here we're in the chamber. You know, you can see the 3 canals. Good down the end of the root, and it looks good. It stays centered.
Thank God.
It looks pretty good there.
So it just hurts because I'm weird.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Oh, I am.
We do, you know, it's like anything. You do a treatment to the best of your ability, and sometimes our bodies will cooperate, and sometimes they won't.
So everything looks like it's okay. He wants her to just kind of wait and see. There's a little bit of inflammation, so he wants her to take some medicine that'll hopefully help that go down a little bit. Maybe this won't be a big deal. This is better news than we expected. So I guess really that was about the best possible outcome we could have expected for what we were going in for. They say everything looks kind of how it's supposed to, given what all they've done. So she's going to take some anti-inflammatories and we're just going to wait and see.
And do we need to cancel the appointment this afternoon?
I guess she called our dentist. So she might have already done that, but we'll call just to confirm. Yeah. And best of all, they didn't charge us anything.
We are doing a little arts and crafts session. We have little ornaments. So they're just little ceramic ornaments. They're kind of chalky. And they each came with a little bit of paint. So I'm going to let Luke paint those. Olivia has those 3 to paint. And I'm going to take each of the kids aside. And we have a tradition. We take a clear ball and we make an ornament out of it. I'll go ahead and show you what we're going to be making. So we're going to use their hands and make little snowmen. It always comes out super cute, and it kind of keeps track of how the kids are growing. So we've done these, how many years now? 4?
I think it's 5.
4 or 5?
7.
You're doing a good job, honey. You hear him, I need to put something over me in case paint decides to shoot out at me. In case you see all this in the background, this is like all pertaining to this. It's not just a piled up mess. It's stuff that has to do with the crafts we're doing. So don't think we're terribly messy today. Just mostly messy. So what we're going to do, we have just acrylic paint. All that I'm doing is I'm just going to shake some white paint up and put it in a little old, what is this, applesauce thing. So, and I'm going to put a good bit because I'm going to be doing all 3 kids. Lauren's going to give me her hand. You just paint across their whole hand. So her hand's good and covered. Now what we're going to do, you take it and you push the bottom of it up into her palm, and then she's going to wrap her fingers around it. There's a handprint. And then what I do is I just take that and I set it right side up, and I hand out a wet wipe. And another wet wipe. And another wet wipe. What's mommy doing?
Who's that?
Okay, stop, be still. Take your fingers off. And that one's about perfect.
Oh yeah! Paint my hand and I'll smush it on your face.
If you smush your hand on your face, I'm going to smush something on your bottom. Does anybody else end up with the Christmas whinies? Like, I've noticed the kids, and I'm not going to say which ones, but mainly the youngest, have been just whiny. Don't move. Each one gets 2 little eyes, and then a couple to make a little mouth, and then 3 buttons down the front. I'm just going to go in and put their little noses on, little carrot noses. It's easier if you brace yourself on the table. But I think that's pretty good. So I'll show you the finished ornament. I also wanted to add that when you're done, you should coat the ornaments. We are using its Krylon acrylic coating, and if you just spray that over them, it will ensure that the paint doesn't get chipped off after years. We've had some in our tree for 4 years, I want to say 5 years. So this can be a long-lasting ornament. You just want to make sure you coat them well once you're done, and it's just clear paint, and it'll just seal in all the other paints. I just wanted to share the mess, the chaos of painting things. The girls have been outside for an hour or so playing with the dogs and everything. I'm calling them back in because I need them to help me clean up the mess, and we've got to get dinner together, and their brother's getting up, and there's just a lot going on, and we need them inside. That dog is crazy. She's all over the place all the time. She's gonna see me and trot over here with that big old toy. Hey, Finley. Crazy Mutt. Crazy Mutt. She's fine right there. Why are you covered in mud? The child goes and plays in the mud every time she goes out there, and then we have dirty shoes.
Well, I am home for the day, and I see the kids have made some really cool crafts, so I'm going to check those out. Lauren, you want to tell me about yours?
Here's a snowflake, here's a wreath, and here's a Christmas tree.
You did a really good job on those, Lauren. Olivia, can I see yours?
A glove.
Cool.
A stocking.
Mm-hmm.
And a little ornament.
Cool. What's the black part at the top?
It's a smiley face.
Oh, alright. It's a happy ornament. Luke's getting up from a nap, so I think we're getting ready to head out. We got a few things to do this evening, and hopefully it won't take too long, because I think we're all tired from the day and ready just to be home.
I'll say this morning was really stressful for me because I didn't know what I was going into. The dentist had told me chances are I was going to have another root canal immediately. And I thought, oh yeah, if another root canal, since they'd already been in there and done everything, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I was informed if you have to get a second one on the same tooth, that's not the case.
You got to figure, your tooth is hard stuff, but whatever we make to cover it back over has to be at least as hard as the tooth, and probably harder. If they have to revise a root canal, they got to cut all that stuff out, and now your tooth is like solid rock. Thankfully, we haven't had to endure that yet, and hopefully she won't have to at all, because that doesn't sound fun. Now that we've gotten something to eat, we are heading in back to the hospital to check on Grammy. Took my hand. So Grammy's still in the hospital. They've moved her to a different room, but we haven't seen her there yet, so it's been a couple of days, and I just want to see how she's doing. Well, Grammy's doing a whole lot better. Actually, they say they're going to be sending her home this Friday, so that's real good. She's been in here for a while, and sometimes the longer you stay at the hospital, the worse it gets. Sounds like she's doing pretty well. Well, now that we're done here, we need to get shoes for Lauren because she kind of destroyed hers today playing outside. They're a little muddy.
What's the actual size of one?
Yeah, I guess. So one short pit stop before we keep going looking for shoes. Because, it's in the area. I gotta tell you, I am just enraptured by this design. Maybe it's like that. Or maybe it's like that. I don't know. That is like the epitome of modern art.
It's a rainbow.
I mean, they had some stuff like that at the dentist that we went to this morning, but that one right there, that's awesome. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not sure I should make it. Meow! I've always wanted a hat with a dead squirrel on top.
Time for shoes.
And Walmart.
But you know what? It is not busy at all. It's kind of crazy. There's, I don't know, half of the parking lot's empty. It's probably because it's a Wednesday night and we're in the South. So everybody's at church. Don't you think?
Possible. Could also be that it's, almost 9:30. I think she needs these.
Do they feel good because they're not the shoes you had on, or do they feel good because they're the right size?
Can I put both of them on and walk around?
Yes. Let Daddy pinch them for you.
I'm gonna stomp on your toes to see if your toes are at the end, okay?
No.
Feel good.
Well, you're right there at the end, though, Lauren. Should I be able to touch her toe right at the end?
Bigger size then?
Yes.
That feels amazing. Mostly because I've been in pain every time I walk. No pain.
You can't have that big of feet, though.
She's getting older, sweetie.
No.
It's like so roomy. I can move it on my toes.
Yeah, I guess that's the end of your toe there, huh?
That's better.
You got a little bit of room to grow.
Actually, I feel like my toes in room. I can move them. I guess my other shoes doesn't fit that well then. My toes! Oh, my toes!
This is the most stock I've ever seen at Walmart.
Yeah.
We need more Chex Mix because the kids ate all of that.
Yeah. I ate most of it. Really.
I want the chocolate Chex Mix because it makes it extra yummy.
Everybody else had the same idea.
Well, then we are going to go to every store in town until we can make this stuff.
Well, I mean, we could make it with, honey nut and vanilla. No, okay, sorry, scratch that. Wow, they really are completely sold out of all the rest of the... No Muddy Buddies for us. there's actually aisles open.
I know. Where are we going?
I don't know. We have to like choose one. It's weird.
We've had success. Yay.
Yay.
And I'm wearing shoes that don't hurt every step.
Well, that's good. Okay.
It
All right.
feels so good.
It's 10 o'clock. We need to get home and get kids straight to bed.
Yes. When we get home, guys, straight to brush, straight to bed. Got it?
Got it.
Well, once we got home, that's exactly how the evening ran. We had everybody in bed within not too long from getting home. It has been a long day, and I know me and Lisa are ready to get to bed too, because between heading to the dentist and going shopping this evening and Lisa making the ornaments this afternoon, that's a full day. Guys, we hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to leave us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to hit that button. Guys, thanks for joining us today. Good night.
I lost a tooth. I lost a tooth. I lost a tooth.